I just think that a lot of people could enjoy this racket. Hi everybody, it's Alexinis, and today I'm gonna review for you the brand new Völkl Vöstra V1 MP to see if this racket could be a great fit for you. So I'm pretty excited to try this new racket. Pretty unique, that's for sure, and you're gonna see it when I'm gonna talk about the specs, and then I'm gonna go rank this racket in 4 categories: control, power, spin, and feel. And finally, I'm gonna answer the question, is the Völkl Vöstra V1 MP a good racket for you or not? So in terms of specs, you have a 102 square inch head size racket with a 16 by 19 string pattern. For an oversized racket, you can see that the distance between the main are not that big. You have an on-string weight of 285 grams, but for me, one of the things that makes this racket unique is the beam width. So you have a 25 millimeters over here, 22, so pretty thin, and finally 28. What it's supposed to add to this racket is basically that in general, oversized racket that are powerful are yes powerful, but you don't have a lot of feel. So with this smaller beam over here at 22 millimeters, you should have an increased feeling when you're hitting the ball. What is new with this version of the Vöstra V1 MP is red cells technology. Basically in general, there's also a lot of other technology, but it's supposed to increase the feel while maintaining the comfort and the stability of those rackets. This racket is strung with Völkl Cyclone Tour 17 gauge at 54 pounds. So now let's rank this racket. I have to say that in terms of control, I was actually pretty surprised by this racket. Obviously, it's not a control-oriented racket, don't get me wrong, but it's still possible to really control the ball when you're hitting, from baseline to baseline. I was actually surprised at how this 22 millimeters beam was helping me to just feel the ball better and in general get the ball where I want to. And so it's not a stands out, but definitely it's okay and it's definitely doing the job. So in terms of control, I'll have to go with 7.5 out of 10. In terms of power, it's really good, but definitely not the most powerful racket that I've tried in my life, and definitely not the most powerful Völkl 2. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty powerful, obviously, for a racket oversized, but it's, doing the job. It's a bit like a pure drive in terms of power. So yes, it's one of the biggest strengths of this racket, but this racket can do more than that. I'm not saying that as a negative thing, but I'm more saying that it's not only about power for this racket, but I'll have to go with 9.5 for power. In terms of spin, it's okay, it's doing the job. Definitely not a spin monster. I wouldn't recommend to go with this racket if you want to achieve more spin, but definitely the racket is not bad in terms of spin. It will add a bit more to your shot, but it's not like overspinning the ball. And at the same time, that's a good thing. I think it's mostly due to the distance between the main string. So in terms of spin, I'll have to go with 8 out of 10. In terms of feel, I think that it's where this racket stands out compared to other rackets on the market. The feel is just insane, because usually when you're hitting with a racket that is oversized, pretty light, it's hard to have some good feeling. But I had the feel that this racket wasn't oversized. This racket was just a normal racket. So in general, I just felt like, yes, the sweet spot was bigger and all that stuff, but I was not losing the feeling of the ball, and so that's great. Obviously, comfort is unmatchable with this racket. You won't have any issue with this one if comfort is one of the most important things that you're looking for. So in terms of feel, I'll have to go with 9.5 out of 10. So there you have my overall rating. Finally, I would recommend this racket to the player who are maybe not able to move around the court like they used to, and so they need a bigger racket to hit better shot. You're not afraid to hit from baseline to baseline. Volley is not a big stands out for this racket. You can still serve with this one. Obviously, it's great, but all the touch shots are not the best, So definitely made to grind from the baseline, to have some heavy pace with it. But in general, this racket is really fun. So yeah, if you want to have a powerful shot, you're maybe not as good in terms of movement on the court as you used to be, this racket is definitely made for you. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.